Mavis Camera has a number of controls and buttons that are completely configurable by you, so you can do what you like with them. Now, if you've got a phone with a new camera control on it, then you can use the slider to do things like focus, zoom, or exposure. But you can also use the buttons on the side. For example, you can use volume to start the recording. You can also use that camera control button to maybe stop the recording. In fact, there are a total of 4 buttons that you can configure to do exactly what you want. And if you've got a gimbal or a remote control, one of those buttons is also likely to map to one of the configurable buttons on the phone, which is really useful. Now, today we're going to show you how to configure it, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how I use them in my workflow, but I'll be very interested in how you use yours. So drop me a comment and let me know. So first, let's start by looking at the on-screen function button. Now, this isn't just designed to be configurable, it's designed to be configurable quickly. So all you have to do is long press on that button and you'll get this menu. Then I'm going to select, on this occasion, Play Recent. And the reason I'm going to do that is because currently I'm shooting in portrait. Now, when I shoot in portrait, I'm really about automatic. I'm really about fast shooting. I just want to record and review very quickly. This also means that when I come to set up other buttons, I make choices that are around that. So for example, I'm now going to set up the volume down and the camera control button. The reason I'm doing these together is because internally in the iPhone, they're actually linked together. Now, to set this up, what I'm going to do is go up to the More button up there and go into Settings, and we're going to go and find the Custom Controls menu. That's really where everything is happening today. So then we're going to start in the middle, obviously, to do the volume down and camera button. And what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to select full auto. And I'm going to show you in a minute why I'm going to do that. Now, before I do that, let's go back and do the volume up button. And in this case, I'm going to go in and set that to Zebras A. Now, I call them zebras because I'm on the south coast of the UK. You might call them zebras, but it does exactly the same stuff. So let's have a look at what we have on the phone. We have now zebras on that button at the top there on the volume up, and we have full auto on the camera control and the volume down button. So this means that when I'm shooting and when I'm shooting fast, maybe what I'll do is just quickly adjust the exposure. But the next shot, I really need to make sure I'm back properly in auto. So all I have to do is push that side button. It's really fast to get me back, so my next shot I know is going to be right. And also, if I am adjusting the exposure, then being able to flip on the zebras like that is a really useful thing as well. But this is all portrait shooting. What about landscape? Well, the way I shoot in landscape is different. I generally do manual shooting in landscape. In fact, right now I'm shooting in landscape, it's all manual. But also, of course, the buttons are in a different place. I'm holding the phone differently. I mean, I'm not now, I mean, the phone's on a tripod, but if I was holding the phone, then my thumb would be on the volume up button. So this is how I like to set these up. And I'm going to use the on-screen button as well. So I've got expanded focus there on the on-screen button. Then I've got false color on the volume up, and I have focus peaking on the camera control. Now, the camera control also works as a slider, but you can turn that off. And the reason I'm going to turn it off here is because in manual mode, I need as much control as possible. And if I accidentally jog something that is really great in auto mode, then that can cause me a problem. So I turn it off. And then I'm left with this. I've got false color under my thumb. I've got focus peaking on the top there on my index finger. And then I've got expanded focus on the screen. So it's easy for me to go into the expanded focus, and maybe I'll do this, before we start shooting, have a look around just to make sure the shot is right. And then when I'm happy with it, I'm going to start recording. And then, of course, while I'm recording, at any moment, I can just use my thumb to look at that false color, just switch it on and switch it off. And again, I can do the same with the focus peaking, just switch it on and switch it off very rapidly, very quickly, just to make sure what I'm doing is correct. Well, there we go. That is the configurable buttons here in Mavis Camera. Mavis Camera, of course, is completely free. If you want to download Mavis Camera, I'm going to put a link in the description, and I really strongly suggest you do that because it is a great thing. Everything I've talked about today is completely free. If you want to find out more about Mavis, then take a look at one of these. But for now, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.